Going live
Great
where we're
Scott.
going. We don't need roads.
Your
Great
future's
Scott.
whatever you make it. So make it a good one. Even on
We don't
NoDQ.com.
need roads. We don't need roads.
What about Cody Rhodes
I stand by what I said.
or Dustin Rhodes coming back from injury? What about Dustin?
Now make like a tree and get out of here. Oh, I saw Back to the Future the musical too. It's awesome.
Welcome in, everybody, to another installment of the NoDQ review. This is episode number 360. We have come full circle on the review. I am joined today by Big G. Big G, how you feeling today?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a good weekend in football. The Steelers beat them Colts like nobody's sister. Yeah, that I don't know. That was just random. Watching Back to the Future right now on the third part. But other than that, like I always say, we got some good topics to discuss about. Let's get this ball rolling, baby.
All right, let's do it. We're also joined by Jeff Meacham. Meacham, good to have you back. How are you feeling today?
Feeling good today. The Cowboys lost yesterday, but I'm not surprised about that. Cowboys are what they are this year. I'm just down the road here from the Kings Arena. Where we're getting ready to play the Winnipeg Jets tonight. Looking for that first home win. Hopefully they'll pull it off for everybody here on home ice. But for now, I am overjoyed as ever to be part of the NoDQ review. And I'm glad to be back with the NoDQ Galaxy, you crazy people, you. And let's do it, brother.
Absolutely. And we have Oofman here, who is channeling his inner Agent N as Noah is under the weather tonight. Get well soon, Noah. Oofman, thanks for being able to step up. We appreciate it. Please don't flashy thing me, not until the end at least. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, guys. Yeah, shout out to Noah. Hope you're feeling better. So, all right, shade's coming off. But yeah, hope everyone's doing good. I'm on still a little cloud nine. Met Natalia a couple days ago. Brought her a bunch of roses, pink roses. Got her book, a copy of her book. She signed it, and I'm excited to read it. So shout out to Natty Neidhart there. I'm excited to read her book. But yeah, ready to talk some wrestling and like the good old Mr. Italiano says, it's just wrestling, bro. It's just wrestling.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And we've got Dave Scheffler joining us. I love being able to bring some newer people on because I was given an opportunity. So I feel like it's only fair that we try to pay it forward. How you doing today? Oh, he's muted. Well, we got kinks to work out, and he's gone. All right. So, as I was saying, we like to try and give people a chance. We got technical difficulties. Now I am moderating, and your moderator for this evening, Mean Gino. We will see how Dave feels when he gets back. Now, there's a lot to talk about from just a few short days of wrestling content. We could talk about Mysterio returning and potentially a retirement coming up soon. We could talk about how Logan could have turned face last night and the people would have loved it. We could be talking about how this is the last time I'm going to wear this particular Cena shirt because he's got the Boston edition coming out, and boy, does it look fresh. We could even talk about Nikki Bella's impending heel turn. But we're going to get on to this. Okay, last Saturday. Oh, sorry, Aaron is also here, as always. Didn't forget about him. Wanted to see how it was going to go. Yes, because I know we got the super chats. And yeah, Aaron, how you feeling today? Classically trained as always.
Oh, yes, that's very true. Let's get Dave back on here one more time. Wait a minute.
Dave threw off my intro.
First impression, Dave. What a first impression you made. Virtue will love you.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Okay. So
sorry, guys, I'm back.
We got you, Dave. Welcome in. We appreciate you being here. Aaron, how's it going today?
Doing well, all things considered. First of all, Caleb Jacobs sent in $2.33. Thank you, Caleb. Says, congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. My mom was very happy. She was texting me all the updates every every change in the score. She kept texting me every day about the World Series. She was very excited about it.
It
And
was a very, very long 7 games for all of us here in LA. I'll tell you what. But
as you can imagine, she
almost
was
there.
very happy.
Yeah, of course, man. We love that. We love that. Hopefully that Dodger energy plays on to the Kings now because we need to win. God, we need to win. Please.
All right. Psycho Jet Black is here, so you know what that means. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says, I guess Theory joining the Vision is not happening. Well, keep in mind, they need more people. They only got 3 right now. If we're getting a War Games match 5-on-5, they need 2 more people. So, Psycho, I hate to break it to you, but there's a highly likely chance that we get Austin Theory on that team, considering that they need a few more people or a couple more people.
I don't expect Austin Theory to come back as anything else other than a face if he comes back, but we'll see what happens.
That's right. And Psycho Jet Black sent in another $2. He says, will Jey Uso keep yeeting if he turns heel?
No yeet.
He will do no yeet, just like Daniel Bryan went to no instead of yes.
Hot take, bold prediction. I don't think he's turning, and I don't think he should turn.
Agreed.
First that.
I agree.
don't think he should turn, and I think it would not be beneficial to him. I think he's better off being a good guy, team up with Jimmy, have them work things out, put them in a tag team. I think that's the way to go at this point.
Agreed. And I believe we're all caught up with the super chats now. So we
Yes.
will move on to our first topic tonight. Last Saturday, CM Punk beat the aforementioned Jey Uso clean for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Neither of the former Seth Riders interfered. We know now that this is because Paul Heyman decided to not have them interfere for his master plan. Now, I do believe that the original plan was for CM Punk to win the title at WrestleMania. That's where kind of all the signs were pointing. And we know that TKO loves to stretch things out like that. Now, assuming that's true, they're obviously having to speed things up with the Rollins injury. But I thought that this could have been a good time to give LA Knight a chance to go with the strap, and he was nowhere to be seen. Yesterday, let your conspiracy theories run wild about him grabbing that sign that says we want LA, not Jey Uso, and maybe he's being punished. Who knows? But I want to know what you guys think of Punk being the champion moving forward. Is he going to have a long reign? Is it a short reign? Are we excited about it? I'm going to throw it right over to Oofman. Oofman, how do you feel? Long reign, short reign? Are we excited about it?
Well, they went with the safe way of giving Punk the title. I would have loved it if it, and I was saying it, hyping up towards Saturday night's main event, that let it end in some no contest where you hopefully bring back the Deadly Games tournament, kind of like '98, which was a pretty hectic, crazy Survivor Series, but at least it was something new. Give the fans something new, give a new face out there. But as we learned as Saturday night's main event went on, Cena now has his last time is now tournament, so they were not going to have 2 tournaments going at the same time, so that killed all plans. But they went with CM Punk. As far as his reign goes, maybe he's the one who puts over Braun Breaker. I mean, again, they should have ran with Braun. The fans are so behind him. He could have been this not necessarily Goldberg-esque type guy, but he would have ran through the competition like Goldberg. So then you could hype up a face saying who can stop the unstoppable, who can stop the machine of Braun and all that. But they went with Punk. All right, first challenger seems to be Logan Paul. But I think if everything goes well, I'm hoping at least, all right, give the title to Punk. First of all, I'm kind of getting, I don't know about how everyone else feels, I'm kind of getting tired of these long title reigns. Like, also, I'm not saying let's go back to 1999 WWF where the belt was changing every month, but let's just do some title changes here and there. All right, Punk won it now in November. Cool. If he holds it till at least April WrestleMania, fine. Give it to Braun. Let Braun go maybe 3-4 months, or again, depending how the feeling's going, if the fans are actually behind him. But also, you can surprise us as well. Again, back to Saturday night's main event. I was hoping Triple H would shake things up and give Drew the title. That would have been a shocker and like, whoa, we have a brand new face and all that. But with so many title changes happening that night, there was no way they're going to change almost all the titles. And with Ray just being the sole holder of his own title. So Punk's got it. All right, let's see how they go. Again, as we saw from last night's Raw, it looks like it's going to be Logan Paul and Punk. Not really getting my attention, but you got to feed Punk people till that eventual person that will take his title. But again, we've seen Punk before in AEW when he had the title and he kept breaking down. Will Punk's body last? Will he hold up? Will we not get another injured champion like we had with Seth? We're gonna hope. I'm gonna hope for the best. Punk has a nice soft reign, but again, if you change the title, let's say at the Rumble, you're not gonna hear me complain. So as long as it makes sense, I just want my wrestling to make sense, to be enjoyable, but to get me involved, it's like, okay, they can throw a curveball here and there, left and right when they want to, but hopefully it's an interesting one where it does get my attention. Like, okay, where are they going with this? Instead of like, oh, and there's nothing wrong with being predictable. Predictability is not a bad thing as long as, again, I just want my wrestling to make sense. So I don't think I'm asking for much. I don't think we're all asking for much. I'm not also saying bow down to my demands and all that, but all I'm saying is just make it make sense. And again, using logic in an illogical situation, I know it's impossible, but just let it be entertaining. And again, get my attention, keep it so I can tune in next week. Like, oh, there's the next PLE. When is it? I'll put it on my calendar and make sure I watch it. So it's going to be an interesting reign with Punk. Now he's had the title more than 5 minutes, unlike SummerSlam. But let's see where he goes with this. And again, hopefully they'll keep our attention and the product will continue to roll on. Again, does this title need to be a year? No. Can he lose it at Mania? Sure. Again, even at the Rumble? Fine. Just give us something different. But again, also something enjoyable.
Thank you. Yes, anytime that we don't have a reason to complain is a good thing. So now I'm going to throw it over to Jeff. Jeff, what do you think, man? Is this going to be a short reign, a long reign? Are you excited about this potential, or should it have gone to somebody else?
Well, first of all, nothing to complain about means Aaron doesn't have any work to do for NoDQ. So I don't know if that's always a good thing. Because Lord knows the people just love to have Aaron complain or not, because they rag on him either way. These damn people. Anyway, I would have preferred it be somebody else, but I'm also don't have a problem with it being CM Punk necessarily. I would love if LA Knight got at least one, even a short run as the world champion in WWE. I've been a fan of LA Knight for as long as I can remember, going back to his days being managed by Percy Pringle back out here in LA. So I will always be an advocate for LA Knight. But in the short term, they had to pivot. Rollins is down, apparently legitimately this time, so they had to make a quick switch. It wouldn't surprise me if him grabbing that sign, him being LA Knight, pronouns there, folks. I would say Punk will be champion until Mania. I would love it if Braun Breaker got the world championship from Punk at WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm not sure why it looks like that. That's a good point. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Don't know. But I think that Punk will be champion until WrestleMania. Sorry, I'm distracted by everything around me. I'm a little distracted today. Punk should be champion. I think Punk should have been champion longer the first time, but it was a great reveal with Rollins not actually being injured, so I had no problem with it. This time, with no immediate threat, let him run till at least WrestleMania. And if it's Braun Breaker, great. If it's LA Knight, better for me.
Sounds good. Yes, because we all know that LA deserves a lot more wins than they're currently getting in all the other aspects of sports. So moving on, thank you so much, Jeff. We're going to throw it over to Big G. Big G, I know you're coming down from the dopamine hit that is October spooky season, but I do want to know your thoughts. Is it going to be a long reign, a short reign, or are we even excited for Punk to have the title, or do we really want to see it play out with Rollins?
Well, I'm excited that Punk's champion because I'll be seeing him as world champion come December 15th when I go to Monday Night Raw in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Now, as far as Punk being champ, I'm fine with it. I would have been fine with either him or Jey winning, to be honest. But I feel like they wanted to go with the giving CM Punk one more title reign before he eventually calls it a career. I don't think he's defending the title at Survivor Series against Logan Paul, since they're not going the way I wanted it to with the MFTs and the Wyatt Six. It looks like we're gonna be getting the Vision with Logan Paul and 2 other people versus CM Punk and Jey Uso and 3 other people. But I'll be happy if he defends it till WrestleMania and then it drops it to Braun Breaker, because a couple weeks ago when Braun had that title on his shoulder, he looked like he was ready, and then last night with the promo saying, Punk, you're keeping it warm for me until I get it back, what's mine. So yeah, it's gonna be a lengthy reign, not a lengthy reign, but like a 6-month reign, whatever we have till April of next year. So that's my take on it.
All right. Well, thank you. So it sounds like we are so far all thinking that he's going to probably hold it until WrestleMania, which then could lead to something lackluster with his title defenses moving forward, similar to how when Cody won it at Mania, we knew, or not, it wasn't the same title, but we knew that he probably wasn't going to lose it. So the AJ Styles matches and the things like that they didn't really have a lot of stakes to it. So Dave, I'm going to throw it over to you. What do you think? Short reign, long reign till WrestleMania seems to be the benchmark that we've set. Are you excited for CM Punk being champion?
I definitely like CM Punk as champion. And also, I want to say sorry about the technical difficulties earlier, and thank you for the welcome, Gene. I appreciate it. I'm going to be different here. I think because Aaron's mentioned it before, I think what's going to happen is I think it's like Uthman said, I think this is going to be a short reign. I think it depends on who wins the Rumble. If Reigns is winning the Rumble, he's probably going to go to WrestleMania and face Cody. But if he doesn't win, I think so I kind of think depends on the Rumble at this point. Punk was the right one to win this match if somebody was going to win, but I was like Uthman. I kind of thought it was going to be a no contest because I really think that I thought that Punk should have won this title in a PLE and not a Saturday night main event. But between him and Jey, I didn't think they were going to give it back to Jey. So if somebody was going to win, it was going to be Punk. But I just think it's going to be a shorter reign. I think his inevitability is going to be winning that title at main event at WrestleMania. So again, if Roman doesn't win the Rumble, I really think CM Punk's going to end up in the main event against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania and win the title.
I like that. So that would mean that one of them needs to drop the strap before WrestleMania. So I think you're thinking maybe Cody will drop the strap. So we will have to stay tuned to find out who ends up being right, or if they swerve us all in the effort of major storytelling that they're promising us here. Now, Aaron, before you go to the super chats, What are your thoughts? I know you delivered those thoughts after Raw last night. We all love watching your recaps, but having 24 hours to kind of sit on it, on that, what are we thinking? Short reign, long reign? Are you excited for CM Punk moving forward?
Well, I'm feeling sidetracked a little bit. I think since Virtue's not here this week, we have to introduce the Virtue Award, and that's the person that has the worst internet connection of this episode of the NoDQ review. Dave, that might be you this week, but we'll award it at the end. And when Virtue returns, maybe he'll be the next recipient of the Virtue Award. All right, let's talk about CM Punk being the new world champion. I think he'll be holding the title until WrestleMania at the earliest. It's just a matter of who he's facing at this point. Will it be Roman Reigns? Will it be Braun Breaker? I'd love to see Braun Breaker beat CM Punk clean at WrestleMania and really cement Braun as the new face of the company. That would be a great way to elevate Braun, but I could see it being Roman Reigns since it's WrestleMania. They may feel it's too soon for Braun Breaker, but I really feel WWE should pull the trigger on Braun Breaker sooner than later and not wait too much longer. But I could also see WWE feeling like it's WrestleMania. They have to put their biggest names in the main event matches. We saw the commercial. We got Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes in there. Pretty obvious to me those 4 guys are going to be in the top spots at WrestleMania, likely the night 1 and night 2 main events, just a matter of what order it's going to be. We'll see what happens with CM Punk, but yes, I do think he will be champion. And I do agree with the earlier comment that it would be nice. I think Oof said it. It would be nice if we had some shorter title reigns. We don't need the 6-month to a year title reigns. We've had a bunch of them with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. I'd like to see some shorter runs. And as I've mentioned before, like something similar to what The Rock and Mankind did in 99, but you don't have to go overboard where every couple of weeks there's a title change. Just if there's one feud that would be really interesting to have some different title changes, go for it. Change things up a little bit. But let's get to the super chats now. Commander AMD sent in $4. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Says, face Seth Rollins versus heel CM Punk or face Seth versus heel Braun Breaker. I hate to say it, but I don't think CM Punk's turning heel. I wouldn't mind it. I think it would be an entertaining heel run, but I just do not anticipate CM Punk going heel again. So the likelihood is Rollins will come back as a face and feud with Braun Breaker. I could see that happening. I think that one is more likely. Anybody think that face Rollins versus heel Punk would actually work? Yeah, nobody seems on board with that one. So, yeah, I think face Seth versus heel Braun is a more likely scenario. All right, let's get to Psycho Jet Black. Psycho Jet Black sent in $5. Thank you, Psycho. Says, crazy idea. What if at WrestleMania, Braun Breaker versus CM Punk happened where they have Bronson screw over Braun and join forces with a heel Punk, turning Braun face? I'm not a fan of that idea either because I think that they're doing too many turns. And I just don't see CM Punk turning heel at this point. I like Braun and Bronson being the heel duo, like a modern day 2-man power trip that Triple H and Steve Austin had going on in 2001. Like, I like them just being these two unstoppable forces as a duo. And I don't see any reason to break them up anytime in the near future. But maybe Braun wins the title and then Bronson gets jealous and they could eventually have them split in that way. I just don't like a sudden turn and CM Punk going heel. I'm not a fan of that personally. Anybody think that that's a good idea in the chat or in the group here? Sorry, Psycho.
No.
It is a crazy idea, though, so it was as advertised, and we appreciate that.
It's going to be a no for me, dog, but nice try. All right, we got one more here, and then we'll be caught up. We got one from Caleb. Shout out to Caleb Jacobs, 1981. I wonder if that was the year Caleb was born. How about the Usos as NXT Tag Team Champions, the one titles they haven't held yet? Even the Hardys have held them. Sure, why not? Throw them in NXT for a while. Maybe fans would appreciate Jey more if he stepped away from the main roster stuff. It took a little break. So, yeah, I'd be fine with that. Let's do it. Throw them on NXT. Why not? But I really don't care about the main roster guys being in NXT all that much. I think it's just a ratings ploy, quite frankly. And it doesn't really make me want to watch NXT. I don't care if the Usos are defending or challenging for the NXT titles. It just doesn't make me want to watch. There's too much wrestling product, Jeff.
It's also a little different. The Hardys have been in TNA for most of the last couple of years now, and them being in NXT is a direct correlation to their relationship with TNA and NXT. So the Usos purposely going down to NXT from the main roster doesn't make as much sense as crossover between TNA and NXT. And Virtue makes a valid point to you not watching NXT, but you choose to watch AEW. So there is that.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, AEW is awful. The fact that you can stomach through 2 hours on a Wednesday, you're a braver soul than me.
let me say this, because everybody on the internet is negative towards WWE and AEW. I mean, almost everybody. There are a few people that are positive, but I see so much negativity on the internet. People saying that this was a terrible year for WWE creative and AEW is terrible. I don't think either company's been bad. I think WWE has had a good year overall. Maybe we'll talk more about this when we wrap up 2025, but I think 2025 for WWE has been better than most years in the history of WWE. And I've enjoyed AEW, especially the pay-per-views. The weekly shows have been hit or miss for me. Not going to deny that, but I think the pay-per-views have been great. And I think both companies have put on solid wrestling. And for people that say either one of them is bad, I wonder, have you even watched wrestling for more than 5 years? Because there was some really bad content in WWE during the 80s, during the 90s, during the 2000s.
There was.
TNA had a lot of bad content. WCW had a lot of bad content, and that's why they don't exist anymore. So be thankful for what you have now in 2025.
Please let us bring this up at the end of the year then.
You
know what? Aaron? I'll tell you what. Bring back the NoDQ debate between you and I about the state of wrestling in 2025. I will gladly go on the air with you in battle because, yes, there was some bad creative in those years you mentioned, but there's been some bad creative, especially in AEW this year.
I mean, every year there's been bad creative, and there's been some really bad creative ideas in both companies. I'm not going to deny that. I think there's been more good than bad.
If you need a moderator, I got you guys.
What day of the week is December 31st this year? Somebody give me a calendar.
Oh.
Well, we'll definitely have to do a year.
It's a Wednesday night for the record.
Oh, okay. Day before NoDQ review. There we go. Perfect.
I mean, we'll have to definitely go back through the year and discuss the pros and cons. And Virtue thinks I'm lying, but
no. Aaron is nowhere near as bad as those two jackoffs at all. Absolutely not.
I will take 2025 WWE and AEW over most years in wrestling history. Not all, but most.
I agree with that. There have been some god-awful years in wrestling. Aaron, you and I as fans lived through 1995, period. Okay? Yeah. 95 was dog shit, except for ECW, and not everybody got ECW. So, yeah. But there have been, I'll save the end of the year, but AEW having bad creative to the degree they have when they're still the challenger brand is irresponsible on their part. That's my issue.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate that.
Did Tony Khan deny you media credentials or something?
No, not at all. I wouldn't ask for them.
That's what
can't get denied if you don't ask. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate what you guys have to say, especially about the shorter title reigns. Even though we did have the title change hands twice in SummerSlam, doesn't really count because it was so short and all on the same night. Just playing devil's advocate there. All right, guys. With this, next we were supposed to talk about Cena's retirement tournament. However, it's making me too sad. So we're just going to end the show now. Good night, everybody. Psych. Now the biggest swerve in wrestling belongs to me, not Seth Rollins at SummerSlam.
And the graphic and everything.
Wow.
Right, so we're going to talk about this, guys, unless Tony Khan calls me during the live stream. And let me check to make sure that my ringer is on and the contact is announced. If you know, you know. So they announced Cena's final opponent will be determined by this tournament that I know the Rage of Wrestling mentioned on the review a few weeks ago. Walter mentioned that we should do a tournament for his final opponent. Now, we know the first two of the first round matchups coming up, and there's been these promo teases of a guy walking. It's kind of all signs point to Gunther. Is it going to be Gunther as his final opponent? Is it going to be somebody else? Is the tournament the right move? And will Cena even wrestle before that? I know he's got the San Diego shirt on the website, so he's probably definitely going to be there. But is he going to wrestle? Is he not wrestling in Boston? Like, miss me with all of that if they don't schedule him a match in Boston, like, which was supposed to be at the beginning of the year when we were thought that that date was like his last match. Now they added the DC match, making a tournament about it, whatever. I want to know what you guys think, because honestly, I'm living in a state of denial right now. When Cena held up the 4 after his last match, it like got me on a visceral level. So yeah, not looking forward to the end of this year. Really not going to take it well. I don't know how I will be responding moving forward on the review, but I digress. Let's go ahead and throw it over to Dave. Dave, is this a good idea to do the tournament? Who's going to win it? Will Cena wrestle before then?
Thanks, Gino. I think the tournament's a good idea, but as Virtue said, they got to set it up right. We know, no matter what the dirt sheets say, no Edge, no Jericho. My thought is we may see guys like Joe Hendry, obviously, because he's been verbal about being against Cena. I think possibly also Nick Nemeth. Possibly Mike Santana, yeah, guys like that. Matt Cardona possibly coming back to WWE, even though he cost Aaron on that match.
Shut it.
But with and with NXT, I think Oba Femi is going to be in it. Possibly Trick Williams, Charlie Dempsey, only because he's the son of Regal, and there's a little bit of history with Regal and Cena. I think Gunther is the favorite. I just hope they set this up, but I think I have one surprise pick that might be on that tournament. It might be out of left field, but there's a lot of history. I think Wade Barrett. Because we've seen Wade get physical with Drew a little bit in the past, and they tease them. And I kind of think, I mean, they have a major history with the NXT battle and the Nexus. I think he may be a surprise entrant. I don't think, obviously, he'll win. But I think he'll be a surprise entrant. But I think Gunther is definitely the favorite. Unless they throw a surprise at us, I think that's who's going to be facing them, as we've spoke about for months now.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I think that Wade Barrett being in the tournament does hold some weight. I do not know that he's going to go far in that tournament, but there is a story to be told with pretty much every person who's in the tournament might have like a claim to Cena, but then it's all supposed to be random, like it's balls drawn out of a bingo thing. Like, feels like people should be coming out, stating their case for why they belong in the tournament, things like that. Maybe you could add a little bit of intrigue other than just making it a casino game. But here we are, sandwiched behind a Vegas WrestleMania and a Vegas WrestleMania. So, they're really embracing the gambling of it. Thank you so much, Dave. We're going to throw it over to Big G. Big G, what do you think? Is Cena not going to wrestle before then? Is this tournament a good idea? Is it just filler? Is it Gunther?
So this is what I've said the past couple of weeks. So next week in Boston, by the way, me, Jeff, and the reliable one, Walter Cruz, will be calling that Monday Night Raw, I believe, if it's official. So next week he's in Boston. Cena's going to come out and say, I don't have a match scheduled. I'm just here to talk to you guys, one final time here in Boston. Then another person that comes out that's from Boston, Carmelo Hayes, comes out and challenges him to a match, and Carmelo Hayes faces John Cena for the first and final time. Then you got Madison Square Garden. I thought this is where Cena was going to challenge Dom for the IC title for Survivor Series, but with Ray coming back, it looks like we might be getting Ray versus Dom at Survivor Series. So, what my thought is for Madison Square Garden, you still have Ray versus not Ray, but Dom versus Cena for the IC title in Madison Square Garden, and that's where Cena wins the IC title. But that's just me fantasy booking. I don't know what exactly he'll do in Madison Square Garden. Come Survivor Series, no freaking idea what he'll do there. Now, as far as the tournament goes, they need to, like Virtue said, they do need to put effort into this. They need to make whoever wins it needs to be credible and actually earns it. We saw, he said from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, people who don't even work there. Joe Hendry's is a big possibility that everybody's been talking about. Dave came up with some good people: Santana, Cardona, Nemeth. That'd be cool. I was gonna say Gunther would be the final opponent, but I'm gonna steal Walter's idea from last week Saturday, Jeff. I say Obafemi comes up and wins the whole tournament and make him, Gunther. I feel like Gunther would be a good final opponent, but Gunther only seems to be great when he has a title around his waist. Because when he doesn't really have a title around his waist, I still love Gunther. He's a great wrestler all around. Don't get me wrong, but if you want somebody coming up like John Cena did back, like he did in 2002 against Kurt Angle, have a rookie like Obafemi come up and challenge John Cena and beat John Cena in John Cena's last match. So I have Obafemi because we have the first two matches on Monday with Priest and Rusev, and then Nakamura, and I forget who he's facing. And then on SmackDown, you got 4 other matches, or the 2 other matches that'll be announced. But I'm gonna go with Obafemi as my opponent for John Cena in Washington D.C.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm a big Obafemi guy, so I don't hate that. I know there's a lot of storyline you could tell if Gunther's the one to basically retire Cena. He retired Goldberg, but are they really going to do Gunther with 2 previously announced last matches? Like, it's not even like career versus whatever. It's just this is his last match. And does that really hold a lot of weight storyline wise? I mean, there are so many guys you mentioned. Dom, that I don't know if it's going to be Nick Nemeth or Cardona because he name dropped them in his pipe bomb. So I feel like that was, I mean, they might be in the tournament, but it feels like that was their chance to get in the ring with Cena there. So we'll have to see what happens. No more saying sounds good. I don't want it to sound like I am not paying attention, that I don't care. I'm asking these questions. I brought you guys on because I do care what you have to say, despite what it might seem and me reading the chat along the way. So thank you so much. Sounds good, Big G. All right, we're gonna throw it over to Jeff now. Jeff, thank you so much. I can't be the only one that's hoping somebody comes up and like video bombs the
Yes.
It's like
I was just
they
thinking
keep
that
peeking, right? Like somebody's gonna have the cojones to come challenge the champ. But yeah, Jeff, what do you think? Is Cena not gonna wrestle before then?
Yeah,
Like, what's going on?
Jesus. The chat room just got a lot better. Anyway, sorry. I hope he wrestles at Survivor Series at least, but I actually wouldn't be too upset if it's just a promo or whatever, because that's how the retirement tour started, was with a promo here in LA. And my son and I got to see that. So it'd be a weird like bookend thing. We get to see his the first stop on the tour and the last live event appearance, whether it's a match or a promo or whatever. So it's a cool dynamic for me as a fan. And
he's coming to get you, Jeff.
Which one? Where's
never
Boogeyman?
mind.
Jesus Christ. It's past Halloween. Stop giving me the Boogeyman. Anyway, as far as the winner of the tournament, I still think it's Gunther. I think that seems to be the going theory. But I would personally love it if it is Joe Hendry, because he's been pushing for that. They've talked about it, and I know a lot of people don't believe in Joe Hendry still, and that's fine. I just think it's wonderful that there's an opportunity for it to be Joe Hendry because of the relationship with TNA. So I think it should be Joe Hendry. And no, please don't roll the sleeves up, Gino. No, we need to keep that nice Cena championship. No. We need to keep that Cena shirt nice and de-wrinkled for December. Just kind of bring it down. And I did see the San Diego themed shirt. As a Dodgers person, I'm like, oh, do I buy that? But it's actually pretty decent looking, so I might.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeff. I personally think it is going to be Joe Hendry, personally, for what I mentioned before about Gunther. I can upset whoever wants to upset, but if you know anything about Joe Hendry's story, he was like 15 years old and actually spoke to Cena on the phone. He saw Cena backstage at Mania, and Cena basically told him it's up to him. I just feels like there's a lot of nuggets being planted there, other than it just being Gunther. But there's more that you could do with a Gunther win there. So we'll see what happens. I definitely think Hendry's going to be in the tournament. I would bet the house that he's going to be one of the participants in the tournament. So thank you so much, Jeff. Sounds good. All right, we're going to move it over to Uthman. We're going to move it over to Uthman. Thank you for patiently waiting. I appreciate that. And I know everybody else does as well. We look forward to hearing what you have to say. Is this tournament a good idea? Who's his final opponent going to be? You're muted.
Take two. All right. So immediately when I heard about the tournament, I was not too crazy about it because I flashed back to WrestleMania 29. It was that, I believe that Retro Raw Undertaker comes out and then the Mania logo is above his head. And then they announced a Fatal 4-Way to face Undertaker at Mania. Punk won it. And even though the story going into the show was pretty decent, I actually enjoyed Punk and Heyman doing the whole Paul Bear thing. I know Paul Bear's family wasn't too happy about it because apparently they weren't told the whole idea. And word was the writer who came up with that idea got canned. So a whole tournament now to face Cena. It's like, okay. And just like everybody who's been saying tonight, I agree Gunther is probably, I don't want to say the safe bet, but he's like the right guy to do it. But then here comes the whole, well, does Gunther deserve it? Does he deserve the rub? He's already a made man, 2-time world heavyweight champion, intercontinental champion, held the title in NXT for XYZ days. We were talking about long reigns before. So does Gunther need it? My answer is no, but it would make the Gunther character more of a badass. Like, wow, he took down the almighty Goldberg and now he retired Cena. Sure, why not? It just fits his character. They call him the ring general for a reason. And I think him and Cena will put on a fantastic match. Now, my wild card pick of the tournament would be someone like Obafemi. If the machine is ready to put the rocket on you, and you give Oba this opportunity, and he beats Cena, that's the question: will the company put the rocket on you? We just spoke about Braun Breaker earlier. We spoke about it a couple of reviews ago. When Seth Rollins' injury came down, I was one to say, just put the rocket on him, give him the title, and let him go crazy. They didn't. We just spoke about it about a half hour ago. They went with Punk. Maybe it's not Braun's time, and whatever. So if it is, again, I'm not picking Oba, but if it is someone like Oba, would the company do that? Would they go, all right, he retired the greatest of all time, John Cena. Would that mean that this kid is going to go and fly through the entire roster? Will he have a WrestleMania moment? Or he beats Cena in December? Does he win the Rumble? Does he go to Vegas? So all these questions are in the air. So whoever is going to be that choice, again, I personally would say Gunther is, again, the safe choice because it just would suit him. He can be that guy with bravado, and he'll give Cena a hell of a match. And if it is Gunther, my hope is, and again, sorry, Gino, but I think it would be fitting if he puts Cena in some type. Yeah, I see the sleeve. I think it'd be fitting if he puts Cena in some type of submission hold and Cena actually gives up on his last match. We see what we haven't seen since I think 2002 or 2003, Cena tapping out, giving up. Because there I'll be like, whoa, Gunther made Cena tap. Again, I already have respect for Gunther. He's one of my favorites. That will just put him even higher in the list. I hear him snoring. And so right there, you just now solidified Gunther, again, in a different type of quote-unquote badass figure where he made the almighty John Cena give up. Who can say that? Gunther can. Now, I'm not saying Gunther should now run through the roster like a Goldberg or anything like that, but no, now it'll just put some extra spice in his name. And so when you're the opponent and you see, you see your name on the roster sheet, I'm facing Gunther. Oh, crap. It's like you are facing Gunther. It'll just add more pizzazz to his name. And again, does he deserve it? He's the ring general for a reason. He will give Cena one hell of a match. So I'm cool if it's Gunther. If it's, like I said, if it's Oba, hopefully that's the plan. Push this guy to the moon. Joe Hendry, he's called out Cena before. It doesn't grab my attention. Cena, Joe Hendry, and Gunther versus Cena. You put that on a marquee, it's got my attention. Now, as far as the tournament needed to be done, again, no. They could have kept Gunther backstage. Cena, like we're saying, could have showed up in Boston, had a match at the Garden, has a match before sometime. Maybe he will be in War Games and Survivor Series. Who knows? But maybe like that a week or two before that final Saturday night's main event, Cena can they always do this with Cena. It's like he can do the gosh darn it, I got nothing to do on Saturday night's main event, and then boom, Gunther showed up. That would have been awesome. So yeah, like Virtue said earlier, it's just to kill time, and for the tournament's sake, I hope they put some effort into it. We know a couple matches on Monday. We don't know Friday yet. But hopefully the tournament gets our attention with the participants, and the internet exploded with, it's going to be Edge. It's not Edge, people. Jericho, it's not Jericho. They're not even going to be in them. It's not going to happen. So hopefully the tournament keeps our attention. And again, I'll be cool with Gunther versus Cena.
Thank you very much, Uthman, for giving me the opportunity.
I missed a lot of things in the chat, apparently.
We will address 11 super chats after this for sure, but I definitely wanted to address that. Yes, it could be good storytelling, but if Cena quits, I'm blaming you. I am going to blame you. I'm going to come for you after I'm done crying, because that would break my heart into 1,000 pieces. But that's what being sports entertained is all about.
I will host you for dinner, and then I will give you tissues to cry. And
I will need a whole box.
That's fine. That's cool. I'll cook you an Italian dinner.
I appreciate that. And it could be cool because Gunther could be like the new legend killer. If he does that to Cena, maybe he gets AJ Styles later on in 2026 when he's retiring. We could have Gunther retiring all these legends. That could be something great. And now I just wanted to say, though, again, Cena quitting to anything, boo. But Aaron has had a problem with us mentioning Joe Hendry. I think it's because we're not suggesting Grande Americano as his final opponent. So, Aaron, I will give you the opportunity to speak to why you want Grande Americano to be his final opponent.
I'm only talking about El Grande Americano if Psycho Jet Black super chats about it. Beyond that, I have nothing to say about El Grande Americano.
Yeah, if you want to hear what he has to say, look at last night's recap.
So I appreciate Uthman talking for 10 minutes there, because it allowed Psycho Jet Black to send like 10 super chats, a super chat per minute that Oof talked. So thank you, Uthman, for that one. All right, so let's talk about the tournament. I'm going to make Virtue happy and just agree with what he said. I think Gunther being John Cena's final opponent is fine, but they didn't have to do a tournament. Gunther could have just come out there in Boston and imagine this, he beats the crap out of John Cena in Boston, in John Cena's hometown, to build up heat for the match. That's all they needed to do. The tournament, I'm with Virtue 100%. It is filler. Now, there is a positive. We'll get some fresh matchups that we haven't seen, but we really need a brand split. Like they need to do a new lottery or a new draft or whatever. We need the brand split to be taken seriously and switch up some people and have some fresh matchups that way. But yeah, I agree with Virtue. I think that a tournament is just a way to kill time until the end of the year. I'm not a big fan of that. We have too many tournaments as it is in both WWE and AEW. I just want the one-night tournament once a year. That's all I want personally. So I'm not a fan of that. And I'm not really a fan of the tournament because it feels a little bit arrogant from John Cena. He's like, all these guys are going to have a tournament to see who faces me in my final match. I don't know. John Cena's a face now. I feel like he should be a little bit more humble and doesn't have to do a tournament to see who is worthy of facing him in his final match. So
he wants somebody to earn it.
I mean,
you gotta earn it to face Cena.
They've all earned it, right?
No.
Well,
Carmelo Hayes hasn't earned it. Rusev hasn't earned it.
He's not winning a tournament anyways.
I
Yeah,
know,
it
but
did come. It
in the
did come off a
in the
little arrogant.
storyline, in the storyline, it goes that John Cena wants somebody who wants to earn it, not who's gonna come out and beat the holy hell out of him in
But why
Boston.
would Gunther have to earn it?
Gunther doesn't need to earn it. I'm not saying everybody has to earn it, but in the storyline wise,
If it's just the guys that need to earn it, then Gunther doesn't need to be in the tournament, or he should at least be in the finals, like get a bye or something since he's Gunther.
I'd be fine with that.
Well, maybe they will do that. I mean, I don't know. I was kind of hoping Cena would wrestle in Boston. I was kind of hoping he would wrestle at MSG, do a couple matches on Raw, and then Gunther could come out, beat him up, set up a final match. I don't know. The tournament thing, I agree with Virtue. It's a bit lazy. So I agree with him on that. And also Joe Hendry is so 2024. He is like the modern day Zack Ryder. Like he had his moment where he was the novelty act and the flavor of the month. He's a flavor of the month. And if Joe Hendry comes to the main roster and becomes a top guy, I'll admit I'm wrong. I will publicly retract what I said, and I will give Joe Hendry his credit. But to me, he's a flavor of the month. I'm over him, and I have no interest in him in this tournament. If they are going to do this gimmick of having somebody who doesn't work for the company, first of all, TNA, we know they have the partnership. I want to see something surprising. Like, don't tease that just for it to be a TNA guy. Like, I don't want to see Mike Santana or Joe Hendry. Like, I want to be shocked. And obviously, we can't get Adam Copeland or Chris Jericho because they're under contract to AEW. But if you're going to tease it, it's got to be a big shocker. I want something I'm not expecting. And Joe Hendry, I know you guys love him. I know JJ Williams loves TNA wrestling and would mark out for Joe Hendry, but I have no interest in that. And Jeff, I'm just stating my opinion as a viewer. I still agree with what I said earlier, that WWE has been a solid product, but the tournament, I'm not the biggest fan of. I will leave it at that. Let's go ahead and get to the super chats now because Psycho Jet Black sent in quite a few. All right, here we go.
Once again, you're welcome.
$2. Imagine for the final match, it's John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
Well, he retired Kurt Angle. Why not? I had to sit there and see that match, so sure.
Because Corbin doesn't exist anymore. That's why.
I would rather see Cena versus Corbin than Cena versus Joe Hendry.
That was horrible.
All right.
Put that for me, please.
Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. It says, imagine if it's John Cena versus Jeff Jarrett. I'd rather see that than John Cena versus Joe Hendry.
He's gone.
Big G's gone, but I would be entertained by that. Like, I'd love to see Jarrett with the guitar calling John Cena slap nuts. That would be a nice surprise. Imagine if it's John Cena versus Tony D'Angelo. Okay. I would rather see John Cena versus Joe Hendry than John Cena versus Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah.
There you go. Joe Hendry gets 1 point from me.
Okay, good. Go.
All right. Thank you for that, Psycho Jet Black. All right, here we go. Imagine if it's John Cena versus Big G.
Oh, I'm getting front row
Big
seats.
G. He's going to be in Raw in a couple weeks after that.
Only if Grayson Waller is the special guest referee.
Oh.
Damn. I was going to praise Waller because I heard his interview today on their channel, but yeah, you're right. That's fair.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, never mind.
All right, here's a good one. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says, imagine if it's John Cena versus El Virtuoso.
We got to get it in the match to find it from Cleveland first.
I want to see El Virtuoso versus El Grande Americano.
Yes. Loser loses his mask.
All right, Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2 super chat. Says, imagine if it's John Cena versus Jeff Meacham, but he's your buddy.
You know what? If they pay him enough for it, why not?
Pin me, pay me. That's your attitude.
And that's right. John Squad for life.
Pin me, pay me. There you go.
Imagine if it's John Cena versus Andrade.
Oh,
You got a better chance of it being against Charlotte Flair.
How is it not compete again?
He's got a no compete for a year. Sure, why not?
Special guest referee Charlotte Flair.
You're getting free money
Hey,
here.
John Cena versus special guest will get
at this
free.
point.
All right, Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. Thank you, Psycho. Says, imagine if it's John Cena versus Travis Scott.
Oh,
I don't want to imagine
Dane.
anything
Oh,
Travis
God.
Scott
Dane,
or The
Dane,
Rock
Dane.
until
Dane.
further notice.
I should just take
Thank
all the
you.
money and not answer any more super chats.
Bean. Sorry, you're welcome, everybody.
That's fair.
Putting that into the universe. How dare you?
And super chat $10.
This one. Imagine if it's John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. I like that.
I wouldn't hate that, actually.
Didn't we see that already years ago?
If he's going to tap out, it's going to have to be to somebody that actually submits people.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would like it just because it would piss off the internet. I would get great joy in those internet guys saying, damn that bald fraud, and they'd be all pissed off.
Sure.
It would be a good match. All right, Jeff had to break up the Psycho Jet Black super chats by saying, imagine if Psycho was this super chatty on all shows.
Just imagine how much benefit all the live streams and podcasts would do if Psycho Jet Black was this generous on other channels.
There you go.
So
Psycho
he is
Jet-
in the middle of LA begging, it would seem.
That's right. That's right. Gino figured it.
Virtue was right all along.
Imagine if
The
it's
awesome
John
is that
versus me.
Whoa.
Hey, I could do that with Sora AI.
Well, we've seen the
Aaron's
videos
getting
already.
plenty of work. If you've
I've
seen
already
his
been beat
YouTube,
up by Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, the Ultimate.
and John Cena. You
And
also
now
got
John
beat up by the
Cena.
doctor.
Ultimate Warrior.
Well, he did a freestyle promo on me.
that was the lead up to it.
Yes, we'll have to put the match up next.
Dude, Hogan tackled
Hey,
you.
how about Psycho Jet
Yeah, that was
Black
rough.
against Cena?
He was just throw super chat money, and John Cena
Yeah.
was pinned by all the super chat money. I mean, he had that
There we
all
go.
up.
Do that on Sora.
John Cena couldn't get the shoulders up. He'll stack them literally with a bunch of $2 super chats.
Smash him.
That would be Psycho Jet Black's finisher. The
He just has
$2
a-
super
$2
chat.
Stack him and smash him.
Yeah.
Jesus
He has
Christ.
a bag full of $2 bills. Like, that's it. Nothing else but $2
Nothing
bills.
else. That bag just lands on you, and that's it. It's a pin.
Young Buck style.
All right.
Oh my God.
The super chat
That
finisher.
was it, me. That was it, me. All right.
John
All right.
Cena versus Mickey Mouse. Jeff,
Dude,
I mean,
dude,
how could Mickey Mouse counter the F5 and the FU? Like, what moves would he have to be able to?
he wouldn't have to. He's at the Mask Mafia. We just snuff him out.
Oh,
Or he'd send you through the gift shop on the way to the ring and you'd be tapped out.
That's valid as hell.
there you go.
Either way, with either Mickey's merch or John's, we're screwed.
Oh boy. Psycho Jet Black says, imagine if it's John
geez.
Cena versus EC3 and Alex Riley.
Well,
Has
there's
he
you
been
with Alex, so
If that happens, we might as well just stop watching WWE.
hasn't seen a buried A-Rod enough? I mean, like, I really.
what's one more burial? Just one more.
The final
we're
burial.
The final, yeah, the final burial.
All right.
Aaron-
Psycho Jet Black
Aaron,
sent in
How much
$2.
money are you up to with Psycho Jet Black tonight?
Enough to pin John Cena and maybe pin John Cena and The Rock at the same time. Psycho Jet Black says, imagine if it's John Cena versus Mean Gino. Well, Mean Gino's got some guns, so Cena might actually, no joke, might have his work cut out for him.
And I also have history, 25-year history since I was his camper when he was my camp counselor in West
There you
Newbury,
go.
Massachusetts. That's how you go 360 on a no DQ review, brother.
Nice.
I like it.
There's history.
I like it. Let's end it there and acknowledge the rest of Super Fast is one big lump. Like, hi, good night.
I've definitely had that dream before. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
It's the Incredibles thing. It's the student and the star. So
Let's not have Gino be compared to Syndrome, though. That's just wrong.
yeah, I'm sorry. That's the best one I can think of. This
All
one-
right. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says, imagine if it's John Cena versus Chad Gable, not Americano.
Well, Chad Gable isn't Grande Americano.
Right.
So why is that? Why is that?
Never was.
yeah.
Never
Don't even know
was,
why he was
apparently.
associated with him.
Never saw them in the same room together, so you can't say he was.
That's right. Well, no, you did. That's how
No,
we
we
know.
did though.
Oh, we did. That's how we know.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So he wasn't him.
I see where
All
you're
That'd be a
right,
hell of a
going.
let's
match,
go.
actually.
After
Kurt
dark
Angle,
going long.
Kurt Angle Jr. versus
All right,
Cena? Yeah, why
rapid
not?
fire.
It's going to be dark on the West Coast by the time we get through this. But yeah, you need to send $2 for besmirching the good name of Chad Gable.
That's right.
All right. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says, spoilers, it's not Austin Theory nor Ryback.
You know, Psycho, it's not cool to spoil things. Okay. So I'm just gonna say, no spoilers.
You wrong for that. Shame
Yeah,
on you,
that's
Psycho. Shame.
Yeah, I thought there was a chance
Shame.
that it was going to be Ryback. At
There
least
wasn't there. You could argue there was a chance for Theory, but
But I'll tell you, if I heard "Feed Me More," I'd pop for that.
Aaron, there's
I
probably
think
a
people would
chance-
run away if they heard that.
Wait, you know what?
Something's going wrong.
There's a
Get
chance of
out
it
of
being
here.
president than it is Ryback.
What about Enzo? We haven't seen Enzo's name mentioned.
He deserves to come back, and I will fight anybody verbally who tells me otherwise. But it's not against Cena in his retirement.
I
match.
saw him at WrestleCon, and he's like, "Keep your right out for me." I'm like, "Okay."
He's got to come
I
back with
will.
big cast though.
Somebody video bomb.
I think Ice just got Jeff off the streets.
Someone
All
need
right.
to check his camera.
Hi. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says, imagine John Cena versus Vince Russo. That would
Bro.
be quite a swerve, bro.
I would
On a
love that.
poll.
I would love that.
On a poll,
If he was
bro.
booking it, he would book it. We know that. So
On a poll, bro.
All right, here's an interesting one. Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. Thank you, Psycho. Says, imagine John Cena versus Grandpa Sting.
I'd rather see Grandpa Simpson.
I like that idea better.
Speaking of, great segue.
All right, Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2
Oh,
super
okay.
Oh.
Imagine if it's John
No.
Cena versus Rift Aronson.
Well, we know for a fact that Harrison's still alive because he sent Michael Myers after Aaron. So
He did. So he's
Yeah,
that
okay.
diabolical. Cena might
Son of a
actually
bitch.
go down in
Yeah.
defeat for that one.
you might.
Aaron did
Psycho
open the
Jet Black
bottle on
sent
that
in a
one.
$2 super chat. He says, imagine if it's John Cena versus Ric Flair. You know what?
Oh,
Don't
Ric
tempt,
Flair-
don't tempt Rick.
If Ric Flair was asked to do it, he would do it. He would get in that ring and wrestle John Cena if they
He
allowed.
absolutely would.
He'd do it for free, probably.
he probably would. Yeah, that's fair.
But
And
then
he
he
would
would, ask,
do it all over the place.
he would do it for free and then ask for a check like 2 weeks later.
That's good. That's actually
That
really
is
good.
not the
Thank
realest
you.
thing I've heard on this show tonight.
There's been a lot of real stuff on the show. So
Yeah, that
What
was
is
as
it?
real as it gets.
all right, a few more.
plays, is it?
Let's get it. We're almost done. We almost got out of there.
All right.
Oh, we almost did.
Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. Thank you, Psycho. He says, imagine John Cena versus Mr. Iguana.
Oh
Yes.
Lord.
I
No,
like
no.
that more than Joe
Not
Hendry.
Mr. Iguana, the puppet.
Hold on. You like Mr. Iguana versus Cena more than Joe Hendry versus Cena? There's
Yes,
no way that's
because Mr. Iguana is the current flavor of the month, which means he's still the flavor of the month.
God.
Oh, man.
Lord.
But pistachio is the flavor of the month doesn't mean we're going to enjoy it. Sorry.
Gina,
I'm a Hendry guy, so I will defend him.
hell yeah. I believe in Papa Gino. Oh God.
People say the heat is a overdone gimmick. The
Well, it is.
appears.
Oh, damn. Aaron just absolutely firing off on Hendry. We love it.
Aaron is not being negative at all today, folks. He is against the
You know what?
negativity
People
in the
love
IWC.
Joe Hendry until they actually push him. Then when he starts getting pushed, people be like, "Oh, this guy sucks. He's just a one-note gimmick."
And then I would say, well, WWE just doesn't know how to book him properly, and then we wouldn't make it his fault, right? They're overusing him, obviously.
Touche.
Obviously.
Right.
If Scott Steiner could go, this would be money.
That would be
Oh, just imagine the promo battles between them.
if
Matt
Scott could
versus
actually
Rat.
pull off the match, dude. Oh my God, yeah. Oh,
Cena would do his
a match
rapper
without
stuff.
mask.
Steiner would not make sense, but for some reason would make sense. So
But
sure.
Virtue's leaving. It's time to wrap up the show. He actually left. He's leaving now.
Yeah, Virtue's out. He's ready for NXT.
Well, he doesn't want that final super chat, which he'd love.
Right.
Oh, he's gonna miss the best one, but we got this one first.
Oh, I know, right?
Psycho Jet Black sent in $2. He says, "Imagine John Cena versus Homer Simpson."
Again,
I like the super chat, but I like the follow-up comment even more. Homer Simpson, come on, man, keep reality. You're in reality now? After all these super chats, you want reality now. Okay, Dalton.
Oh, he's gonna get reality right after this.
oh yeah.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
Psycho Jet Black
Put
sent
it
in
up there.
$2. Thank you, Psycho. He says, "Imagine John Cena versus the President of the United States."
This is my darkest fear, okay? Because if they're going to be in DC, it's not out of the realm of possibility for him to be there.
That's the
I don't
word,
think
isn't
he'll
it?
be in the
That-
ring with Cena, but he might actually be there, which is
Was it-
know,
Big match.
Isn't the report saying that it might be him and Big Man possibly showing
could
up?
be, but hey, Donald
Oh my
Trump.
God,
He's in
both of them?
excellent. He's in excellent health. He passed.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He could take a bump, right? He could take an F5 from John Cena.
Please
or-
let him
Are
take
you
it.
kidding me? He's not
Oh,
gonna sell
please
for
let him.
Cena.
You know what? You know what, Aaron? I will advocate for Lesnar's return if it means the F5's him in the middle of the ring. I will be all for
I
that.
mean, Donald Trump's in the greatest health of any president in the history of the United States, so he could certainly take
He'll take
an
a bump.
Of the what, 4 that are still alive? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, see, the match will happen. It'll probably be Gunther. It's over, and then his money song hits, and then he comes out for the true final match in Cena's career.
Oh my
And
God.
on
Oh my
that
God,
note-
Gina. Why? Why?
And on that note, we're gonna go around and do our plugs. Thank you guys so much. This was
Thank
an absolutely
God.
amazingly fun show. We appreciate all you guys.
You
Dave,
put
thanks
that
for
out
joining
in the
us. Where can
universe.
You sure
where can
did.
they find you, Dave?
Oh, sorry, Dave.
He doesn't like to plug much. He just likes to plug the NoDQ channel. We appreciate you being on, Dave, and we will see you in a couple weeks, I'm sure. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, he's moving. You want to plug anything, Dave?
Yeah,
virtual.
Gino.
He wants to, but his internet's
Hey,
like,
Okay,
no.
the virtual award goes to Dave. Thank you. Inaugural virtual award winner.
Round of
Very
applause. Round of
happy.
applause. There you go. There you go.
All right. And the strong contender for virtual award as of the last couple of months, if it existed, Big G, where can the people find you?
Yeah, everywhere. X, YouTube, TikTok, original Big G1, Instagram because they suck. Donkey
right.
Butt, original Big G 1980.
Donkey butt. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, donkey butt later on Tuesday. Anyway.
All right. Sounds good. Just kidding. Thank you so much, Big G, for being here. I'm going to start using that when I transition. I think that's going to work.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, Jeff, where can
Hell
the
yeah.
people find you other than handling on the streets of LA?
That's right. You can find me tomorrow on the return of the Greg Cherry Show. Greg Cherry brand returning officially to what? Oh, there it is. There it is. Hi. Tomorrow night, 74 Pacific. Lots of surprises and special guests in store for Greg as he celebrates his birthday and the return of his channel. And then Monday, as Big G mentioned, myself, him, and Mr. Live Walter Cruz will be on a call for a watch along for Monday Night Raw. All the things happening in Boston. And of course, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jeff Meacham, and on Facebook at Jeff Meacham, and on YouTube, returning full time in January at the Jeff Meacham.
Thank you very much, Jeff. We look forward to seeing you on those shows, and we're happy that you were able to join us and sneak this in before the Kings game. We very much appreciate it, and sounds good. All right, we're going to move on to Uthman. Uthman, thanks for filling in for Noah today. We really appreciate it. I would have had you on regardless because we love having you here. Where can the people find you?
Yeah, no problem. Again, shout out to Noah. Hope you're feeling better. Check out my channel, Oofman Entertainment presents Gabbing with Oof. I'm gonna do a quick little preview of Natty's book, just show you where I got it, where she signed it, me with photos hanging out with her. And my plan is I am reading her book, and I'm gonna do a review when I'm finished with it. She tempted me now to get the audio version, so I'll be reading it while hearing her voice and losing my mind because I adore her. So my next thing would be is covering Natty's book. And again, I've read what people are saying. They're saying it's really good. She writes it really well. And I'm going to add it to my wrestling collection. As of right now, Jericho's second book is my all-time favorite when it comes to wrestlers. Bret Hart is in another atmosphere. He's on the god level of books, but I'm looking forward to reading Natty's book, and so that'll be next on the channel. My preview of it and my review of Natty's book.
Thank you so much, Oofman. We appreciate it, and thank you for not flashy thinging us. We appreciate that as well. Sounds good. And yeah, so we can we'll throw it over. I know we got Aaron, and we'll do this sign off. Where can people find you besides every single day putting in the work on all the socials, giving us that content that make us smile and get us through the workday?
Just follow my personal social media accounts at Aaron Rift, and follow the NoDQ Instagram account, which has news updates every day. And of course, NoDQ.com for all the latest wrestling news, rumors, columns, videos of people answering $2 super chats for 20 minutes. You can find it on NoDQ.com. So thank you all. Thank you to the 6 panelists besides myself, Gino, Oof, Dave, Jeff, and Psycho Jet Black, who is the honorary 7th member of the panel tonight.
The honorary Oos.
And Virtue for having some fun in the comment section. Virtue did come back to talk about the president, how the president has beaten 2 women for president. So
that's right. And congrats to the president for beating 2 women so far. Good on him.
All right. And you guys can find me on my channel, Papadino0017. on the YouTubes. Really appreciate it. Love seeing all you guys come over there from NoDQ. It means a lot to me. Check out my podcast that we got going on. Me and Noah break down the premium live events and the predictions and how it turned out. And yeah, I really hope Aaron turns on the live chat replay, because watching this with the live chat on demand is going to be a treat for all of you viewers, whether you're watching live or on demand. We appreciate your support. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Make it like a tree and get out.
Bye-bye.